What's going on, fam? Okay, let's continue. Last time, we saw each other. We were talking about how God was separating the light from the darkness. He had actually just created the source of light, or brought forth what is the essence of light. Today we're gonna pick up on Genesis chapter 1, verses 6 to 13. And it says, verse 6, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So simply, God is making a vault, a space, a sky, right? The first heaven. And he's setting that as a division between waters from below, like, the seas, the oceans, the rivers, and the waters from above, the clouds, right? And everything that goes back up, this whole system going on. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament, or sky, from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning the second day, right? So far we have 48 hours that has passed, and we see that God is simply making this distinction between things, and dividing and putting things in order. This world was, remember, void and dark and chaotic, and there was no life. So after 48 hours, God has created what is the light, and has defined what is day and night, light, darkness. And now he makes this space, he makes this first heaven on the earth, this vault. And then it says, God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let dry land appear. And it was so. So it seems like every time God gives a command for something to happen, it just happens. Like the elements just, they obey the command of his voice. He says, and it happens. And God said, and God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. So far, so good. I don't see signs of a creator who's evil or out to get us or has some malicious plan. I see someone who is very thoughtful in this process and is defining, wow, that is good. That is good. So clearly he is good. I don't see anything other than that. And the reason I want us to stay intact with that is because one of the biggest misunderstandings we have about God is that he is evil, and he's out to get us, and he's out to hurt us and just condemn us, and any little thing we do, that's it, it's over. It's good that we're starting at the beginning, so that as we follow, we'll realize, oh wait, actually, God is the ultimate good guy. So whoever is not good is kind of outside of him, or whatever is not good is outside of him, because it only seems like he's creating good, right? Verse 11, and God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. Very important that we park there for a little bit. This is the first mention that we see God saying, hey, let whatever it is, let the grass, let the herb yielding seed, and the fruit yielding after its kind. Meaning, this is the first mention that we see God saying, okay, I am going to create herbs and vegetations and plant life and seeds. And these seeds are going to reproduce after its own kind. Meaning, if I get an apple seed, I cannot get mad if an orange comes out, because an apple seed will only produce apples. An orange seed will only produce oranges. So God He's bringing forth a variety of things, but he is a God of order, and he categorizes things, right? The reason that's so important, and we are going to see not too long after these verses, but you cannot produce outside of your kind. Like I said, an apple seed cannot give you orange seeds, right? A cat cannot produce a dog. A butterfly cannot produce an elephant. They're not the same kind. They're the same category of the animal kingdom, and so is the same thing with plants, right? And I want us to really remember that things are only produced after its own kind, whether it be good, whether it be bad, whatever it is. You produce after what you are. Things produce after what they are. Whatever substance is in a person is or in a thing is what it's going to be. Okay? So that's just a principle that we have to really understand, you know? Okay. And then it says, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Okay? So the third day, God creates vegetation. He creates, the grass, the green, the flowers, the everything, right? And so he's just beautifying things, and then he's just commanding it to just produce after itself. And it was good. And now we're in the third day, and we're gonna park there. And again, in these verses, I want us to really focus on what it means, the principle of, hey, God made us to produce after our own kind. And that's a beautiful thing, and you'll see why. And it has a lot to do with our identity, but we will get there. I'm glad that I kept this. I'm practicing, guys, on how to keep these videos compact, not too long. Just because I don't feel the need that I feel like God has told me to don't make it so extensive, but I get carried away sometimes. So I'm gonna stop it there, and we were gonna pick up next time on Genesis chapter 1 verse 14. Love you guys. Have a great day. Be blessed in Jesus' name.